Okay, Stephen A., here's what I need to know. If the Lakers win it all, would this be LeBron James' most impressive title yet?
In my opinion, yes, without question. In my opinion, if LeBron James pulls this off, this would be probably his greatest accomplishment. I understand that there are people that think Cleveland, but you had Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. You didn't have a sporadic, periodically unavailable Anthony Davis. You didn't start off the season with Russell Westbrook. You didn't have a trade deadline deal that brought in Hachimura from the nation's capital about a few days before that trading deadline, and then Beasley, D'Angelo Russell, and Jared Vanderbilt, who were considered marginal to good players, not scrubs by any stretch of the imagination, but marginal to good players, but not necessarily great. But yet somehow you go through Ja Morant, you go through Steph Curry, you go through Nikola Jokic, and then potentially Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown or Jimmy Butler and win a championship. I'm sorry. I'd have to look at that, and I'd have to say that would be the greatest championship accomplishment that LeBron James ever pulled off.
Very compelling argument, Stephen A. Very compelling argument.
That's what I do.
I'm going down 3-1 to the Golden State Warriors. That was the seminal moment. That's when LeBron James became, in a lot of doubters' eyes, the guy that a lot of us that already was on the train of him being the greatest, he became that guy in that conversation with MJ, even if they don't have him the greatest. First of all, we're talking about a team in Golden State that was considered one of the best teams in the history of the NBA. And I understand that he had Kyrie and Kevin Love, but we know damn well if LeBron James wouldn't have been leading and orchestrating, that wouldn't have ever happened. And let's not mention some of the teams that he took to a championship that were in Cleveland prior to having some people that could actually get him over the hump when need be. The other thing is his seminal moment, play-wise, comes from that. The chase down block, which we've shown. That's going to be on his version of The Last Dance whenever that docuseries comes out. The second thing is the Golden State Warriors, after that, went and got Kevin Durant in order to beat LeBron James because they knew that he would be there again. It changed what we think about. Look, let's venture to say this. All right, we talk about Steph Curry, and I am a Steph Curry fan. I am a guy that believes Steph Curry will end as a top 15 player, if not a top 10 all-time in the NBA when it's all said and done because of what he's had the ability to do. Does he have these championships if not for LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers coming back from 3-1 and them adding Kevin Durant to that team? I just can't imagine. And I get all of the things that have aligned in order for LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers to try to get a championship this year. I understand how difficult that is and how everybody wrote him off except Kendrick Perkins, because I know the Brody, and we talked about this as the season went along about what the Lakers could actually do. Down 3-1 winning against Golden State Warriors is the seminal moment for LeBron James. I don't think that would top this.
Well, I tell you
I don't think this would top that.
Look, I tell you what, he better not win it this year, because y'all might as well give me the days off after if he completes the mission and don't bring it on TV, because I'm not trying to even go to the principal office. I don't even want Dave Roberts calling my phone because I don't know what I might say if he win another one, right? Especially this year. Stephen A., Swagoo, I want y'all to think about this. At a point this season, the Lakers were 25-30. 25-30. When they made the trade, I believe they had to go on a run that was so crazy in order for them to get into the play-in tournament that they did that in a short period of time, and it was without LeBron James at that point. Now, the one thing S.A. left out, and I'm with you on this one, he went through Steph Curry already. If he get through Jokic and then have to face Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown or Jimmy Butler, that's great. But LeBron James did break a record this season. LeBron James did break a record this season. Kareem, the all-time leading scorer. So if you just forget who he had to go through, if you just tie him into breaking the record of being the all-time leading scorer, being 38 years old, year 20, was in the 13th spot in February and going on to winning the championship, this will be his greatest title of all time, in my opinion, over the 3-1. And I'm going to repeat this again, S.A., to you and Molly. If he win this 5th title, just give me the days off. Okay?
No.
Just give me the days off.
Well, let me respond.
No,
Give me
you don't
the
have to be
days
there.
off.
I want to watch that.
Let me
I want to watch
respond.
that. You got to come.
Let me respond. First of all, it's first take, baby. Ain't nobody running. I'll be here waiting for you, and you will get the call, and you will be on. A matter of fact, you'll probably be flying in to New York. I'll hand you the studio, but I'll have a response. Secondly, it ain't going to change my opinion about that Jordan conversation. Thirdly, here's the point.
Man.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Thirdly, and last but not least. No. I'm not.
Because you stubborn. That's why it's not going to happen. Because you stubborn, bro.
Hey, Swagoo. This is not one of your moments. Time out.
Okay.
This is not one of your moments. This is not one of your moments to scream at me saying it's not fair. We're not talking about the Cowboys. We're talking about LeBron and Jordan, okay? It's not fair, okay? It's not one of those moments. All right, it's not fair. All right, now listen to me. Last point. 3-1. Listen. I joke around by it when I call it a stimulus package that was given to LeBron James from Adam Silver when he suspended Draymond Green. But I'm serious. Listen to this. They're down 3-1. Why? That game 4 was in Cleveland when LeBron threw Draymond to the floor and he kicked up his leg, and it warranted a suspension. He wasn't even called for a technical in that moment, mind you. They went back and looked at it and decided to implement the tech that ultimately led to him being suspended for Game 5. If you remember, Steph Curry was not healthy that series. Andre Iguodala got hurt. And Andrew Bogut got hurt that Game 5 that Draymond was suspended. I'm only saying that to say, listen. Y'all are not listening. I'm not delegitimizing the championship. I'm saying this one this year, I'm making the point that this one would be better than that one because of what I threw out there. Not to delegitimize the championship. He came back from 3-1. He balled out. Him and Kyrie Irving put on the show. Games 5, 6, and 7. It was spectacular to watch and witness in person. I'm not taking it away. I'm simply saying because of the conditions of that overcoming the 3-1 deficit, I think this title this year, if LeBron was to win it, would be his greatest achievement of a championship.
Okay. See, this is what I hate. This is why I have to bow out sometimes on the MJ and LeBron conversation, especially when we're talking about LeBron. And this is what I need America to understand, because me and Perk talk about this a lot. Why, when it comes to LeBron, we got to bring up all of the negative things that happen to somebody else to take away credibility from his success? What?
That's a negative.
Stephen A., because you just went through all of these things that
Recency
happened with
bias.
the Golden State Warriors as the reason why they won the championship. The reason they won the championship is because LeBron James had 2 or 3 back-to-back 40 pieces, and he played better than everybody on the floor.
Yeah.
But they lost when he had
Swagoo.
They lost when he dropped 50. Remember when J.R. Smith, who I love by the way, I'm very proud of that brother and what he's doing. But he dropped 51 that game they lost. LeBron scoring 40 that's nothing to him. I'm saying the Warriors have beaten him when he's done it.
When you're down 3-1 and you need every one of them, it matters. When you're down 3-1 and you need every one of those performances, it matters.
There's no reason to be upset because I'm not trying to throw shade on LeBron James. I understand it was a great accomplishment. I'm just saying this one would be greater. That's all. No reason to be upset.
Okay. All right.
Looking like you on a beach in Hawaii with your damn shades on.
Are those
these
prescription?
glasses, by the way.
Are those prescription, Swaggo?
These blue light glasses, Molly.
Oh,
for
yeah.
blue light.
I have blue light tint, too. Yeah.
It looked like them damn fake 3D glasses that you put on in the movie theaters. You know what I'm saying? For the 3D.
I'm going to sing you some.
You know what I'm saying?